waiting.
You know, in those days,
Honorable, go off that mic,
by 2015 video, you see Santa in different areas of Lagos with some goodies. Then children, I challenge any Santa to come out now and say, "One give you." Then go remove the cloth from him. That is how bad it has become. Precious. It has become so bad. In fact, this particular period, it will go down in the history.
But Mr. Darlington is tight too. So out of the lack of my heart, I will not say abundance. Out of the little I had on Christmas, that's okay. Let me just reach out to some people. I just intended to reach out to just one or two persons and just I wanted to do a recharge card initially, but I thought no matter how small, maybe person just chop Christmas rice. You understand? So if Namigo God go use as vessel to give one or two people Christmas rice, you know that I know resemble financial the coordinating minister of economy. So I have to do within my means. But Darlington, I kid you not, messages here almost got to 1,000 with account numbers. And when I could do, I ended up reaching out to almost 20 people. But because some people's name were not among, some people say I now hate them because I did not mention them.
No.
So this just tells you how bad the situation is.
Even myself, there are places I avoid passing through. I avoid it because I know what will happen. I avoid passing through that place. I can't even go.
But how can we continue like this? Well, Lagos, let me run you through the hot topics that we have this evening very quickly. You're welcome to the show. This is the Evening Rush on 90.3 Voice of the People FM. For those of you who may be joining this show for the first time, now this is where Nigeria's most beautiful and most impactful, finest conversation happens every evening. Here, we discuss topical issues that matter to you, because we are all about you, and that's why we are Voice of the People, and we break down these conversations, of course with expert analysis. But the most important part is that we get to have your say, even though say we'll tell you make it honorable off your mic sometimes, but we'll still have to have your say, because that's what we're here. So on the hot topic this evening, again, Niger junta leader accuses France of arming Boko Haram, funding Nigeria to establish terrorist operational centers in Sokoto and other places.
Wow, this is heavy.
Okay, and then that another headline has it: France offering Nigeria funds to destabilize Niger Republic, neighboring countries. This is according to General Tiani, junta leader. But there is a video of him saying that Nigeria government cannot say that they were unaware of the Lakurawas group when they were formed or when they were being formed, because they hinted them. He spoke in Hausa language, and they need to play it so that Nigerians can interpret, those who understand Hausa. So you will say it's me. It is not me. Federal government must scrutinize romance with France. Atiku's aide is saying that.
I said it.
Atiku's aide is saying federal government must scrutinize the romance we have with France now. Atiku's aide. But then the federal government has responded to this. It says Niger Republic military leaders' allegations against Nigeria baseless, unfounded. Federal government through the Minister of Communications, I guess so. That this allegation where junta leader they get foul, it is baseless, it is unfounded.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, and then there will be no foreign military base in Nigeria. CDS celebrates Christmas with troops and assures them, "Don't worry yourself. No foreign military base good day Nigeria, Don't worry, all those things, bad news." Well, move on to other stories. Bloody Christmas, herdsmen kill 11 in Benue communities. Many missing. This is away from what happened in Sokoto State, where 2 communities were fried. That's what some people said. That very unfortunate incident. And may God rest their souls. And we'll look into that conversation. Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have. Sorry, it's not like we just brought you. We're not bringers of bad news, but we're also not makers of the news. It is what we see in the news that will bring to your doorstep, right? We'll take a quick break. And when we return, we begin to dissect these and other issues after the break. Stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. You're welcome.
From the views on the streets,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries. Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Yes, truly a voice for the people. You should look out, check out our television station and see the magic that we're doing there, right? But let's get started very quickly this evening. General Abdurrahman Tiani, Niger Republic head of state, has accused France of planning to establish a terrorist operational center in Gaba, a forested area in Sokoto State, Nigeria. Yes. Okay. So General Abdurrahman, yes, okay. He has accused France of offering funds to Nigeria for destabilization efforts in Niger Republic. Since we said there's neighboring countries and other neighboring countries, since we said we don't want to do again, so they want to destabilize us. Now, Tiani further alleged that the Nigerian government is aware of these intentions and has been complicit in France's destabilization efforts in the region. According to Tiani, France is also purportedly providing financial backing to Nigerian authorities to set up a military base in Borno State under the guise of combating terrorism. That is, say France, they help Nigeria to set up military base for Borno State, and they can't do them like say they won't fight terrorism, and so they won't use them. But with the ulterior motive of destabilizing Niger and its neighboring countries. Now, Tiani disclosed that Niger's intelligence had gathered information from arrested terrorists who reportedly disclosed France's plan to set up a terrorist base in Sokoto with terrorists known as Lakurawas. Said that Niger's intelligence had gathered information from arrested terrorists, the terrorists they arrested, who reportedly disclosed France's plan to set up a terrorist base in Sokoto State with a terrorist group known as Lakurawas. And a lot of Nigerians have been worried, and it's been trending all day, that could it be why Lakurawas is now a new thing? Like the new kid in the block, that it's terrorizing Nigerians. Apologies, I had to drink hot tea because of my flu. All right, but then moving on, the intelligence, according to Tiani, was passed on to Nigerian authorities for verification. Barrister Darlington, you can hear all this, right? That when they gather this intelligence, right, that France is trying to set up a military base and all that, you know, that with a particular terrorist group called Lakurawas, that they passed this information to the Nigerian intelligence. Now, he revealed how Niger officials had contacted Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, the former Director General of the Nigeria's National Intelligence Agency, NIA, for confirmation. He said despite assurance from Abubakar that his team would investigate, Tiani claims that the intelligence was mishandled and no further action was taken, as Abubakar is allegedly linked to the terrorist network. The former NIA, this is according to a report. This story is in the Daily Post. Sahara Reporters has an exclusive to it, so I did not write it. Please I am only reading out what is in the news there, so that it's not from my mouth. And there is also footages of the military junta himself saying this in Hausa language. So I would play it, and those who can interpret would interpret and hear from him directly. Now, this is too much of an accusation. Former NIA, the head of our intelligence, being part of a terrorist group. This is such a serious accusation. All right, moving on. He alleged that since French government became involved, knowing that Chadian military had targeted terrorists with airstrikes, they provided the terrorists with sophisticated weapons capable of bringing down military jets. All right, so this is such a hefty information, so I had to okay, moving on. Now, he alleged that since French government became involved, knowing that Chadian military had targeted terrorists with airstrikes, they provided the terrorists with sophisticated weapons capable of bringing down military jets. Barrister Darlington, you know what that's okay. Now moving on. Now, quoting him, he says, "It is France that gave the weapons to Boko Haram terrorists so that if a Chadian military jet came to strike them, the terrorists would use the weapons provided by the French government to bring it down." Wait, why would this report inform that it is most likely going to be a Chadian military jet that will bombard them and not a Nigerian military jet? Is it that they undermine Nigerian military in any way? All right, moving on. Quoting him now verbatim, he says, they struck on October 16 when France supplied them with the weapons. The information we gathered from the terrorists was terrorists we arrested indicated that there is an ongoing discussion and Nigerian leaders are aware of it, Tiani said. He said, quoting him, "There is a forest called Gaba in Sokoto where they are planning to establish an operational center for terrorists named Lakurawas." If you've been listening to the news lately, you would hear or know that Sokoto State and what other state again? Is it Kebbi and Sokoto now? Was hit by this Lakurawas group. Okay. Quoting him again, he says, "We received intelligence on March 4 that France and ISWAP were planning to set up an operational center in Sokoto, Kebbi State, and Zamfara to prepare positions for terrorist activities." Tiani further explained that one of the terrorists they arrested informed them that the Nigerian government is well aware of the operational centers for terrorists in Sokoto. However, we dismissed his claim as false because he was unwilling to allow us to share this information with the Nigerian government. As Niger and Nigeria are closely connected, we felt it was our responsibility to report any information that would be harmful. We reported what France was planning to do to the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, as we were unaware of these developments. He assured us that he would send personnel to gather more information. We took on their responsibilities and there was no location we did not visit or have exclusive discussion with the arrested terrorists, he said. The terrorists disclosed everything about France's plan to establish a terrorist base in Sokoto. The intelligence was then returned to Nigeria. Quoting him, he says, "We later discovered that the person who contacted Ahmed Rufai is one of the individuals used by the West as a negotiator. He supervises the terrorists and is also sent to a country called the Central African Republic. If the terrorists are arrested, he is the one responsible for bailing them out, as well as handling their weapons and providing money for food. He oversees the entire process," Tiani explained. After learning this, things began to fall apart. We had trusted the wrong people, and once we discovered the truth, we were left unsure of who to trust or confide in about the situation in Nigeria. Since they don't say, then trust the wrong people. Just to let you know, Nigerian government has responded to this and said it's a lie. So, but I'm just narrating the Niger's part of the side of the story. After narrating the side of Niger Republic, of course, I will narrate the side of Nigeria. Meanwhile, Nuhu Ribadu is aware of the entire issue, but everyone involved has kept silent about it. He said, having seen how things played out, we decided to take matters into our own hands. If the Lakurawa terrorists are arrested, we are now considering what to do. Tiani added that France has launched its base in Benue Republic to also monitor neighboring countries that oppose them. Barrister Darlington.
Precious.
Sir?
Precious. I told you that 2025 will be tough.
Okay. Then let me just go straight to what Atiku Abubakar's assistant said, and then we'll get to Nigerian government's reaction. Now, Frank Shaibu, special assistant on public communication to Atiku Abubakar, has called on the federal government to scrutinize its romance with France. It was reported that because of this report. Now, Shaibu, in a statement issued today, noted that the romance with France must be approached with vigilance and an unwavering commitment to Nigeria's sovereignty, dignity, and leadership in Africa. He said, while the motivations behind the newfound partnership remain speculative, one thing is clear: France's interest in Nigeria is not altruistic. That is not the ordinary like that. It is rooted in self-preservation and the desperate attempt to maintain a foothold in a region that has increasingly grown hostile to its machinations, rather.
Yes.
For Nigeria, the stakes are high. Any alliance with France must be scrutinized through the lens of national interest and historical experience. Frank noted that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must tread carefully, adding that Nigeria cannot afford to become a stepping stone for France's resurgence in West Africa, nor can it allow itself to be manipulated into a subservient role in a relationship historically marked by exploitation. He added, the romance with France must be approached with vigilance and an unwavering commitment to Nigeria's sovereignty, dignity, and leadership in Africa. The question, therefore, is not just where this alliance is heading, but whether it is worth the price Nigeria may have to pay, either now or in the future, I added. Only time will tell if this partnership will serve Nigeria's interest or if it will reduce the nation to yet another pawn in France's relentless quest for dominance in Africa. But then let's go straight to the Nigerian government's reaction to this. Now, the federal government has described the allegations, all of these allegations now, as, and in a viral video by the military leader of Niger Republic, General Abdurrahmani Chiani, claiming non-existence collusion between Nigeria and France to destabilize this country. He said it's baseless and unfounded. Right? Now, it also alleged that the Nigerian government sought to sabotage Niger's pipeline and agricultural, among other allegations. Now, in a statement signed by Mohammed Idris, Minister of Information and National Orientation, the Federal Republic of Nigeria on Thursday, so he noted that the claims existed solely in the realm of the imagination of the Niger Republic. That is, all this thing where this Niger junta they talk now, say the thing only for in head and imagination a day. Say because not be true. Remember, they said they told the NIA, former NIA, they told that even the present NSA is aware, that is Nuhu Ribadu, but our chief communication officer in the form of Minister of Communication is saying that all this one are for their head and imagination. He clarified that Nigeria has never engaged in any overt or covert alliance with France or any other country to sponsor terrorist attacks or destabilize the Niger Republic in the wake of undemocratic change in the leadership of that country. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as chairman of ECOWAS, has demonstrated exemplary leadership, keeping the doors of the sub-region body open to re-engaging Niger Republic despite the political situation in the country, saying Nigeria remains committed to fostering peace, harmony, and historic diplomatic ties with Niger. He said Nigeria's armed forces, in collaboration with partners in the multinational joint task force, are succeeding in curbing terrorism within the region. It is therefore absurd to suggest that Nigeria would conspire with any foreign power to undermine the peace and security of a neighboring country. He explained that neither the Nigerian government nor any of its officials has ever been involved in arming or supporting any terror group in attack or to attack Niger Republic. Furthermore, no part of Nigeria has been ceded to any foreign power for subversive operations in Niger Republic. Okay, Barrister Darlington, sir.
There is problem ahead, though.
But Nigerian government has calmed their mind down and they say there is nothing to worry about because it's a lie. Sir.
Let us look at this issue critically. Very, very serious. Now, let's begin from the beginning. Did you realize that of recent, Tinubu is no longer a friend of the US, UK, Canada, Germany, but France? True or false?
I can't answer.
That is a fact. The question is why? France was never our colonial masters. So what is the romance all about? They started by telling you that they signed a mining agreement and all that. France is not an expert when it comes to mining solid minerals and all that. If you want to look for who will do that, it is Australia. Australia has a comparative advantage when it comes to mining solid minerals, gold and all that. So why did you go to France for such a deal? That is true. Remember, and I want you to take it seriously. Remember that one Toju Bello, who has already become a lord in Nigeria, is from Niger. And some time ago, this same leader of the junta in Niger warned Toju Bello that, look, we can get you if you want. It's just that Nigerian government are shading you. That the Nigerian government are shading you. I have discussed it here before. That is 3 points now going down. Then the next one is when ECOWAS discovered what France was doing with their colonies, and Tinubu being the leader of ECOWAS, what did Tinubu do? You saw that a foreign power is encroaching on your territory, subjugating your own people to slavery. The ECOWAS that you are leading, you saw how France was asking them to go and deposit their money with them and all that. And when they need it, they come and collect 20% and pay interest and all that. You as ECOWAS leader, what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to frown at such a development and tell France, no, this is wrong? Is that not what you're supposed to do as a leader, to protect your people? You didn't do that. Was it not the major reason why these people took a walk and told Tinubu that you cannot be our leader? And they walked away from ECOWAS. It did not bother Tinubu. So, what was that interest? The interest is coming out gradually. Look, let me say something here. When Iran, Libya became state sponsors of terrorism, it started gradually like this, until the Western world discovered that these are rogue states who are sponsoring terrorism all over the place. You can see how those states ended. Look, the worst thing you can do as a country is to be identified as having a discussion with terrorists or anything that has to do with terrorism. It means that that country is already gone. I'm telling you. With what we are hearing now, and with all the indices on ground, it cannot be too far from the truth. Because all the indices are there. What is the romance with France? I have asked that question before. France is not economically buoyant as we say they are going to do Father Christmas for Nigeria. The biggest economy in Europe today is Germany. So what is this romance with France? Nigerians should ask that question. What do we have with France? They are not even our colonial master. We are not even from the same block. So what is it with France? Now, again, like I told you, US and UK, they are no longer a friend of Nigeria or Tinubu. So Tinubu is looking for one world power that will support him. And in that process, whatever they tell him, he's going to do it. Precious, whatever they tell him, he's going to do it. Just to remain in power. And you can see what this junta are saying and doing. Does it not add up? Does it not add up? Remember when the Tinubu wanted to invade the Niger to remove the junta, it was that journalist David who raised the alarm and alerted the junta, and the operation was aborted. So must you, because of your own selfish interest, destroy an entire nation? When did all these rumors start with Nigeria and terrorists, Precious? Why didn't they mention Ghana here? Why didn't they mention Cote d'Ivoire? Hold on. Are we the only country in West Africa that your name should be linked with terrorism? Why is what's that Toju Bello? Why is he still in Nigeria as a terrorist leader that is well known? You heard him telling you that this business he's doing, that one of the Nigerian government officials gave it to them. The man said it openly before the cameras. Is that one in doubt? Please, when you add all this thing together and the way these terrorists has been pampered so far, do you need anybody to tell you what these people are saying is true? Do you need? How many times have these people brought down our jets, military jets? How many times? The last time I checked, it's up to 3 times.
If you note what that report says, it said that it wasn't long when they got hint of the event and they started already gunning down military jets.
They did it with our own. They did it with our own now. I even took
remember the one that they did video on when they gunned down, and I think it's an Air Force jet.
That jet,
yes, that they were dancing around it and saying
exactly. Then after that, then APC followed. Armored Personnel Carrier followed. They were dancing on top of it. So all this is now, is it a lie that Nigerian military is not a lie? It's not true. So which one is the truth here? Precious,
sir?
Which one is the truth? I have asked you a question here. Why is it that Nigerian government is being linked with these Lakurawas terrorists? How come it has to be Nigeria? They didn't mention Ghana. They didn't mention Cote d'Ivoire or any other country within us. It has to be Nigeria. Why? And they were specific. These people were mentioning names. And you think it is for nothing. Is that not true? It's for nothing. So because you want one world power to be behind you, to support you, to keep you in power, therefore you must destroy an entire region. Hold on, no. If you have a strong leadership in ECOWAS, should this type of thing be happening?
But Barrister Darlington, the Nigerian government has said that all this is lies. Do you still you sound like it doubts?
I said I am basing
their position.
I am basing my analysis based on facts that I have already listed here. The facts are there. Why is Toju Bello still in Nigeria? You mean he's too powerful that Nigerian government cannot take him down? Somebody should tell me. The last operation they had in Sokoto, where some people died, they said it was linked to Toju Bello's men, and that Toju Bello had been linked with the Lakurawas. So why are you telling
so
us?
Toju Bello is now part of the Lakurawas group?
Yes, they said that it was part of these boys that did that thing in Sokoto recently. And he's linked with the Lakurawas. But the question is the pressure. Are we not ashamed to be telling this type of story?
So,
that terrorists are operating in Nigerian soil.
So,
hold on a more serious note, how can you define it? How can you explain it that terrorists are operating in Nigerian soil? And to the extent that the international community now is linking Nigerian states as the state sponsor of terrorism. No, how do you explain it? Did you see why I was shouting here that the federal government should stop pampering this thing and take a decisive action against them? Look at it. For you to be pampering them, what does it mean? It means that you are doing business with them.
Barrister Darlington, far back in August, right, the Niger coup leader had accused France forces of destabilizing the country. In fact, he said that French forces freed captured terrorists and breached airspace ban.
I'm telling you.
Even though France also denied that allegation.
Of course, but
so if you look at that matter, that was in August, early August. I think that's around August 8th or 7th or so, right? So if you look at that report then, and what is now playing out now with this report, and then with this sudden emergence of this Lakurawas group that is now making wave. Are there too many who's that we can't cover, or is there a link?
There is a link here, because these people cannot just come into Nigeria. The security did not see them, the army did not see them. They just came here. All they keep telling us where they operated, how many people they killed. How did they come into this country? Who armed them? Who gave them the power to come here? Did they just walk in here on their own? Who cleared the way? They even mentioned where they want to establish their base. Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
And you think this is for nothing, Abi? Let me tell you, when the government is about to fail, let me tell you one of the things they do. They create crisis. Precious, they create crisis. We saw it in Ghana Must Go during Shagari. When Shagari was, adjudged to be a failure, what did they do? They created crisis. Said that now Ghanaians are the one taking our job. They are the one making the economy to go down, this and that. And they now said, okay, we must send Ghanaians away. And they now started buying Ghana Must Go to pack their load. They say Ghana must go, Ghana. As if the Ghana. When Ghana left, what happened? Precious, when Ghana left, what happened to you and your economy? So that is what they do. Oh God, I wish people will understand this thing. Look, you see all this thing that is going on, Precious.
Sir? I
am praying that this I will wake up and discover that it's not true. Because if it happens, it will be difficult for Nigeria to raise their head anywhere in the world. If Nigeria is linked to be a state sponsor of terrorism, we are finished in the whole world.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, let's take a listen to the junta leader himself saying this. So that people get to hear from the horse's mouth. He spoke in Hausa language. If you're a listener and you understand, I don't know if this is Hausa or Fulani or Fufude. I can't really tell the language, but it looks like Hausa language. Yeah. So if you speak Hausa and you can understand what he's saying, kindly do me a text message, WhatsApp message to 0817-175-6338. Interpreting exactly what he said. There is every indication that part of what he said, or most of the things that you may hear, is exactly what's reported in the papers that I already read out. But let's just get to hear from him. WhatsApp message to 0817-175-6338. Interpreting exactly what he said.
Da ake yi amma shugabannin Najeriya sun san da ita. Shine akwai wani daji da aka ce ma gabanan wajen Sokoto ga gayinsu yake. Dajin nan ana son a maida shi tsibiri ne na ƴan ta'adda waɗanda aka ce ma Lakurawa. Wannan wasiƙa ta rijejeniya wata Mars, wata na 3, rana 4 ga wannan wata an ka yi ta tsakankanin 'yan Faransa da ISWAP. Don wannan rijejeniya budewa wurin da aka ce ma na Lakurawa cikin dajin gaba, can za a budewa wani tsibiri, wani gungu da 'yan ta'adda ne za su watsuwa. Wannan Sokoto ne, Zamfara ne, Kebbi ne, duka za su watsuwa. Amma ya ce muna wallahi shugabannin Najeriya suna da labari. To mu sai mun ka ɗauki zancen nashi ƙarya shi kai dan bai son mu ba Najeriya wannan bayanin ne. Tunda muna dibin da mu da Najeriya, Allah na tuba, ba ta yiwa mu ji abin da zai cuta musu mu ɓoye. Shugabansu na rahoto da bayani mun ka kiraye shi, mun ka ce mai to kaga abin da Faransa ke da niyyar yi, tunda ba mu yi tsammani ba. Ya ce to yana turowa mutane su zo su kwashi isasshen rahoto ya turo mutane gidan kaso nan Yamai ne cikin ƙasa ne babu inda ba a kai su ba sun ka tattauna da 'yan ta'adda tunda ba guda ba biyu ba uku ne mun ka kama abu ne da nasiri ne ba za a gayin shi ba sun ka tattauna da su sun ka gaya musu ga abinda faransa take son ta kirkira sun ka koma da wannan rahoto sai da baya ne kaico mun ka gane da zamba cikin aminci da baya mun ka gane sa'annan har an yi ɓanna tunda mun aminci mun ka bi ashe ba haka ba ne.
Right. That's just one of part of the lengthy conversation that he had in that interview. So if you do understand what he just said there, please kindly reach out to us. Barrister Darlington, this is very scary. Now, what does this mean to our country?
Very, very scary. I'll tell you, very, very scary. All because of what we want to look. If I were the President Tinubu and hearing this thing, I will today I will severe link with France, because it's not going to help us. For France to be linked in this type of thing and Nigeria to be linked in this type of thing is very, very bad. Already you have a bad image abroad, and you now want to add this upon it. Precious, is that reform? Hold on. How far do you think you can go with this thing? Because I know America doesn't want to hear terrorism with their ears. Not to talk of United Kingdom. What if these two people gang up against you now? What will you do? No, what will you do? You are not supposed to be linked with this type of thing. You already have a bad image and so why do you want to add more to it? Precious. Just ask yourself that question. Even if they want to talk about it, must you be you, Nigeria again, under your watch? Look at what has happened so far under your watch. Instead of you to think, go back and think, you are now adding more to it. Are you telling me that the president is not aware of what this thing they are saying? And what is he doing about it? Because when he had his media chat, he said he supports the military, he cannot probe them. Look at what is going on under your watch. This is the same military you say cannot probe, and this thing is happening under your watch as the commander-in-chief. So how can you now explain it away? You mean you don't know, or you don't pretend that you don't want to know? And this is under your watch as ECOWAS leader. ECOWAS leader. Let's even leave Nigeria. ECOWAS leader. A foreign power want to destabilize your region, and your name is being linked to it. Too bad.
So Barrister Darlington, would you think that
so how can you not explain it away?
Going by this accusation from the Niger junta leader, that the former NIA boss was fully aware and he was told. Do you think that perhaps that's the reason why President Bola Tinubu
then
changed
you have taken action. In fact, you should have severe link with France immediately. Look, when Ronald Reagan made a deal with contra-rebel because of Achilaro hijack, it almost brought down his government. But because they used the backdoor negotiation, that was what saved Ronald Reagan and his presidency. You don't do such a thing. Pressure, if you know how the world will look at you now, if Nigeria is linked to state sponsor of terrorism, you don't know what will happen. Did you remember that just a few weeks ago, this Niger junta, they repatriated 200 and something Nigerians from their country. They started sending everybody away. And that will happen to every other Nigerian. They will now look at you. The same way they were looking at Libyans when Gaddafi was there. The same way they look at Iran. That is what is going to happen if you don't know. We have already been embarrassed. I don't know how low we are going to go with all this news. It's not a question of dismissing it. The question is the facts on ground. Does it support your dismissal of this particular fact? The answer is no. The facts are there speaking for itself. That this thing is true. This thing is true. The man that spoke is not a roadside mechanic. He's not a propagandist. So this is a leader of a country. a leader of a country. So this information, he has it at the back of his hand, at the palms like this. That's why he's saying it out. Because he said he told Nigerian government before, nobody did anything. And the man knows what will happen. If this thing happened to become actualized, the entire region will be destabilized. And that is what France is coming here. So who is that person that brought France to West Africa now? Because their colonies have sent them away. So on whose behalf are they coming now? To do what? They came to mine our mineral resources. Is that what you are telling me? Are you serious? The people that have been mining it long ago, what did they benefit us? They will come under the cloak of coming to do business with you, precious. They must link it with something. They are not coming to mine anything, precious. They are not coming. France is not happy that their colony have given them quick notice. They are coming for revenge, and that is what they are coming to. They must come with a link. If not Nigeria, who else? Who else will allow them to come here if not Nigeria? All these small local, what can they do? But
Barrister Darlington, just a quick one. The Chief of Defence Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, today, Thursday, while celebrating Christmas with officials, had also said that there is no military base that is going to be established in Sokoto State. That all this is unfounded. Now, addressing the troops at Gingia Barracks, the headquarters of Northwest Operations, Musa firmly stated that there will be no foreign military base in Nigeria. Remember that this man had said that the Niger junta said that the Lakurawas group is going to be established with the guise of formation of a military base in Sokoto State. In the guise of that. But so he's saying that no military base is going to be established.
You can see.
If I said Nigerian armed forces have the capacity and capability to defend the territorial integrity of the country and address any local and foreign aggression, so nothing would happen. So do you not think that just like this report, that it may just be all, we may just be worried for nothing?
From what this man is telling you now, is it true? If Nigerian military are capable of defending our territorial integrity, should we be talking about terrorism by now? Remember that this thing has been with us now for over 15 years. So for 15 years, you couldn't defeat terrorists, and more are coming, and you are telling me you are defending my territorial integrity. Is that a fact? Is it true? No, let them explain to me now. Something has been with us here for over 15 years. You couldn't do anything. I tell you, you are defending, and more are coming. Okay, if you are able to defend that, where were you when Lakurawas joined their brothers in Nigeria already? Where were you when they entered Nigerian military? Where were you? NIA, where were you? You couldn't stop them. The best form of defense is to attack. I would have heard that, okay, these people went to the border town and they dealt with these people and they didn't enter Nigeria. Is that not a good news? But they have already entered and they have killed people in Nigeria, and you are still telling me you can defend. Whom are you deceiving? What the Niger junta said, they should look into it. It's not a hearsay. They should, because of the problem it will bring to us. Because of the problem it will bring to Nigerians all over the world. That you are giving room for such things to happen. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, pressure? Have you sat down and look at the enormity of this information and that they just dismiss as nothing? Are you serious? We are in for a very big ride here.
All right, so moving on to other issues very quickly. So we'll open the phone lines. Nigerians can't wait to get into the conversation. We hear that at least 11 persons were reportedly killed on Christmas Day yesterday when gunmen suspected to be headsmen and Jukum militia attacked communities in Kwande local government area of Benue State. Which one be Jukum militia again? Barrister Darlington. The names are changing.
I'm telling you. I told you that more are coming because the place has been made fertile. That's a breeding ground for terrorism. Precious, a breeding ground for terrorism in Nigeria now. And when we say here, instead of government to take heed and do the right thing, you think you will end up in the north, Abi? By the time they have taken over the north and they establish themselves, they will come down here. Don't come and tell me, God forbid. They will come down here because the agenda is the whole Nigeria.
All right. So sources disclosed that the invaders stormed the community shortly after the residents returned home from the Christmas church day church service and were preparing for the day celebration, and when they came shooting sporadically and chasing the residents, perhaps Christian community again. A former aide to the immediate past governor of the state, who also hails from the affected community, Solomon Amande, who confirmed the development, said he got the report of the incident from eyewitnesses in the area, claiming the attack was allegedly carried out by a combined team of armed herdsmen and Junkum militia. Armed herdsmen and Junkum militia. He said that I was briefed about about what happened. I was told that giving the relative peace of for some time now in the communities, the people who deserted their homes due to the activities of armed herdsmen decided to go back home and reside in their communities. Now this one can't happen again. They settled in their communities and went about the normal activities. Unfortunately, yesterday, Wednesday, being Christmas Day, they went to church, and after returning home from the service, families were preparing meals and some were gathering and relaxing at sports to celebrate Christmas when a combined team of armed herdsmen and Junko militia started attacking them from 5 different places. They were chasing people and shooting sporadically, and whoever they caught up with was killed. They did that till they got to government secondary school Awase. They killed about 10 people at Awase in Mbiakio Council Ward of Turan, and they also killed 1 person at Iyaf Council Ward, which is my word, he said. They carried out the killings in communities at the foot of the mountain. It was indeed a sad Christmas, he said. Barrister Darlington. Sir?
It's terrible. And this is a country that have a leadership, precious. So this is part of the reform. Is that what you're telling me? They left the leprosy that is eating Nigeria, they are treating rashes. So those people that died now, of course, it is the Lord's doing, Abi. God wanted them to die. Is that not what they will tell you now? These are Nigerians being treated like slaves in their own country. Go and check. Most of those people, they are not even from Nigeria. They came from outside. Pressure, they came from outside to come and enslave Nigerians in their own country. Is that not a recipe for disaster? Tell me. All of a sudden, the Lakurawas have joined the fray. What does that tell you? I said more are coming in 2025 with this grant that have been made very, very lucrative. Whenever they have nothing to do, they will start kidnapping Nigerians and be collecting ransom. Just because the place has been made very fertile. MBS told you the other time that you are paid over 2 trillion naira in ransom. They said, no, why did he bring out the figure? As if people did not know that money is being paid, right, left, and center. Most cases, government officials go pay this money. Whenever a high-profile person is caught in the mix. So what are you telling me? It's a lie. It's not true. This and that. Why should there be such a story in the first place? Why should there be? When last did you hear such a noise from Ghana? Precious, answer me. Ghana now, their CD is now 14 CD to $1. 14. Your own is 1,005. What does that tell you? Remember,
but Ghana devalued their currency.
What really? And it came to that level, Abi. And your own is 1,005.
All right.
Instead of you to look at how can we make progress with this terrorist pressure? Please answer me. That is the real issue here. You are talking of agriculture. You want to go and bring tractors. You want to go. Is that not what you promised us last year? If there was food in Nigeria, pressure, will people be stampeding all over the place to scramble for food? If what they told you last year, they fulfilled it, the precious, there will be food in Nigeria today. Yet everybody just forgot about that promise. Nobody's asking him, Mr. President, should you promise us that there will be abundant food, this and that? Where are the food now? That people are now scrambling all over the place for food, moving from house to house. Some came to my house yesterday. My son told me, I said, what? That they came to check if we cook. I said, what? I said, I did not hear you.
Someone also knocked at my door yesterday.
What kind of rubbish is all this one?
Lagos phone lines are open. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Apologies that these stories are rather sad, but we have to do the job.
Precious, no, hold on. Have you sat down to calculate how much we have spent fighting terrorism? So if we now have an actual war, that means all of us will just die in one day. Do you know much you have spent fighting the terrorism. Since Buhari era up till now, the military, the defense have been having the largest chunk of our budget. Precious, the largest chunk of, yet nothing to show for it. You don't even know the implication of this thing that we are doing with the military. You know now that have eaten so fat. If another government come now and say, look, you see that your jamboree is over, you either remain a military man or you leave. They will say, hey, this one is not even playing ball, let us remove him. That's what is going to happen. They have already spoiled our military by giving them undeserved largesse. And we are not seeing results. Remember, when Boratai left, the National Assembly invited the man that took over, one Bafarawa, who died unfortunately in an aircraft, to come and show them all the money they have been voting, the ammunition they bought, and the man went berserk on them. He said, come, am I Boratai? I just entered office. Why didn't you people ask Boratai when he was in office? I don't enter. Did you give me money? Because the man was assertive. That man did not last long. He died in a very mysterious way in an aircraft near Zaria. And you saw the impact that man made within that few months he was in office. He almost decimated these people. So there is something going on. Until tomorrow, the facts are there. We are presenting facts here, not propaganda or rumor. The facts are there that the Nigerian government have not told us the truth about this insecurity. They have not told us. What are you telling me?
All right, phone lines are open, Barrister Darlington, 0700-903-903-903. That's the number to call. The WhatsApp line is 0817-175-6338. Let's take a quick breather. When we return, we'll begin to take your thoughts and reactions, and perhaps I do a recap of the hot topics that we've had tonight. Stay with us. After the break, we'll be right back.
There are moments to live, create and make believe. If it ain't graceful like royalty, trust your gut, it's not regal. Feel it flowing through, tastes so good, so you let go and let your spirit thrill your senses. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe. We on some chilling things. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a new experience. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. So smooth and rich. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe.
Introducing Regal Deluxe Gin, a new taste for an enjoyable drinking experience. Drink responsibly. Regal, a natural gin crafted for your experiences.
Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Evening Rush with Pressures.
Hear that? That's ice cubes falling into a glass. You're burning for a drink. A shot of that Regal Deluxe will do. You need that smooth chill down your throat. That tingle in your senses that makes you shut your eyes. Before you take a sip, you like to watch the spirit mix with the ice. You bring it closer. You taste it. That right there, that was a smooth moment. A redefining moment. Open your eyes and enjoy the new Regal Deluxe, a gin-flavored spirit drink. Regal. Crafted for your experiences. Not to be sold to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Evening Rush with Pressures. Let me bring you everything. Right, Legacy, welcome back. It's your 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started very quickly with hot topics that we've had this evening. And the hot topic this evening, we told you that, again, Niger junta leader accuses France of arming Boko Haram, funding Nigeria to establish terrorist operation centers in Sokoto State. Another headline has it that France offering Nigeria funds to destabilize Niger Republic, neighboring countries. General Tiani alleges. And then FG must scrutinize romance with France. Atiku's aide raises alarm. Niger Republic military leaders' allegations against Nigeria baseless, unfounded. The federal government has responded to that. And then there will be no foreign military base in Nigeria, says Chief of Defense Staff, as he celebrates Christmas with troops. We told you it was a bloody Christmas in Benue State as 11 killed in Benue communities, many missing after they were attacked by armed herdsmen. Because these are the hot topics. The hot topics this evening: 0700 903 903 903 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. Good evening. Are you there? Hello.
See our country, even it our country, and I get the.
Hello. Hello, are you there? Hey, looks like you're not talking to us.
The network.
Hey,
Precious.
Sir?
During the media chat, I was expecting something. Very serious issue. You know when this CIA agent came out, I was expecting the federal government to say something. Because it's a very serious allegation that the leader of a country is a CIA agent and nobody said anything. You just kept quiet. This one now happened. You kept quiet. Is that how to run a country? I was expecting even the Tinubu should have sued the CIA and even the American government. For referring him as a CIA active agent. What does that mean? What does that mean, Precious? Well, everybody just kept quiet in Nigeria. That means as I'm sitting here now, I don't even know where I belong. Whether I'm in Nigeria or I'm part of an American society. Because when you are an active CIA agent, it means that you have been sold out. You have been sold out. You are just here hollow. Empty vessel, just making noise. Meanwhile, your soul and image have been taken away to America. Why didn't somebody ask him to make a comment on such allegation? Everything about him just kept quiet. Nothing. No response. And you want to reform.
All right. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, are you there? Good evening. Oh dear. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, are you there? I cannot be having this thing. I cannot. Hello. All right. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Thank you. You're welcome. What's your name, sir?
Good evening. Happy Boxing Day to you.
Well done, my brother. Even though there's no boxing.
Just cool the temper. Leave these people. Let them continue.
My brother, we have left them. Look, you and I, we are gone. No, don't all this. Leave these people. We are gone already.
We're not gone, Barrister.
Hold on. Look at it now. You know what it means? That's a foreign power. A foreign power.
Let me see.
A foreign power.
You know why?
What are you going to do? You cannot cry when the head is off. You cannot cry when the head is off. Go and see how when they destabilize other nations, they use Mobutu Sese Seko. They use Mobutu Sese Seko to destabilize DR Congo.
Everything we say, like falling to deaf ears, sincerely. And the more we cry, people will continue to perpetrate their evil. One thing I want them to know, they cannot be there forever. See, why we cannot fight because sentiment has entered. You know the reason. You remember when NSAS, when the youth came out, but now the youth are divided. And the people are not seeing that power belongs to them. Because they brought this sentiment, this tribalism is what has divided us in this country.
Don't worry. Very soon, everybody.
But what I want is, now when hunger now will hold everyone, when eyes are falling like, springs, that people cannot see where they get, everybody, I think that maybe that will now make everybody come and say, oh, Benny, come, what is happening? I think that is what is going to reset the brain of some people in this country. If we continue to share, some people don't care. That's one thing I found out. They will still come out and support the government that they are doing. Give them applause. So, Precious,
sir?
God continues to guide us and protect us.
Amen.
I say, may God continue to protect us and guide us from every evil forces in this country.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling. Hello, good evening and welcome. I cannot be having this call drop, so not today. Hello, good evening.
My honorable Dr. Barrister Darlington, my man of the year, sir. I greet you especially, sir. Good evening, sir.
Dio. How you doing?
Thank God, sir. Compliment of the season, sir.
Same to you.
And our APC spokeslady, our market. Hope you are enjoying your
government. Does it make you fatter when you call me that?
No, Shebi, now you the support government. Now you the
Dio. As we go into the new year, can you change another name?
Change that we can see. Better change.
Can you change your ways? Leave Precious alone. She's not speaking for any APC.
I was expecting Precious to have interviewed Tinubu on his presidential.
They're not gonna let her cross their gate too. They're not gonna let her cross their gate.
Ogadality,
yes.
Ogadality, I've told you that we are immersed in this country.
I am telling you.
Concerning this news.
I'm telling you, everything they dismiss it.
You know that concerning Samoa Day, that's how they dismissed it before.
I'm telling you.
It happened.
I'm telling you.
And many things like that too.
Everything they dismiss.
This government can do anything for money.
I'm telling you.
Just to borrow money or to do those things. See, it's true.
They are looking for money.
Say it as it is.
They are looking for money.
They have been borrowing money up and down. They have been going to IMF. They have been going. It's glaring. This government can do anything for money. So when we are in deep this thing in this country, and now people cannot go to farm because of insecurity.
Deliberately.
That's why we have hunger in the land. That's why we have all this stampede. That's why we are having all this thing. You can see what has been taking place in all around the country now. Because people cannot go to farm. They have turned, like you can see now, they have turned the people to beggars and emergency in the midst of plenty. While they are enjoying their luxurious life, they will tell you to tighten your belt while they are living their luxurious lifestyle. Is this government? This is not where we are in 2015. I see where they have brought us. And when we want to talk now, Precious will not allow us to talk. But the truth is glaring. The truth is, Nigerians are suffering. How will Nigeria survive this government in the next, how many 2 to 3 years to go? It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us.
Oh yeah, come and be going. Come and be going. No, come and be going. You know here. You know here. Dayo.
But promise,
sir, Precious, sir.
Please.
Promise is at the backyard.
Please, Precious.
Sir.
All the things Tinubu promised us last year that by this year, how many of them have we got? Are we seeing in the first place? Why is it that people are not asking questions before you make another promise? Last year he made a lot that by this year, in fact, the things will be by this year we'll start seeing the dividend of his reform and all that. Then this year it got worse, and Nigerians are still hoping that things will get better next year. I have been telling you here that they don't use juju or not, so you think it's a joke. I'm telling you, this is hypnotism. It cannot be true. How can people be dealing with you like that, and you are still hoping that things will get? In what way? With what they are hearing now, and the farm cannot go to farm. Where is the food coming from? Did I not say here last year that with what I'm seeing now, who is going to grow the food? These people that have chased out of the farm, today look at it. And they're still telling you that next year they'll bring tractors, this and that. With tractor. Did I not make that promise last year?
All right, hello, good evening and welcome. Oh wow, this call drops are just too incessant. All right, phone lines are still open. Lagos 0700 903 903 903. Apologies, I don't understand what's happening to my lines. I can't take any calls successfully, but I do hope that I can end up taking some calls successfully today. Please do bear with us. 0700 903 903 903 0817 175 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Compliment of the season, Mazi from Germany.
Mazi, you're welcome. Compliments. Thank you.
Compliment, yeah. Yeah, I heard you saying that a lot of people lost their lives in Benue State again today, State. Right?
Yes. Yesterday, Christmas Day.
Yesterday, Christmas Day. And then Christmas Eve was in Plateau State, in Riom, right? Mm-hmm. Another, yes. There was one in Plateau and then another one in Benue State.
Remember last year Christmas Eve's attack too?
The same thing.
In Plateau State too.
The same thing.
Exactly.
The same thing.
Exactly. Do you know that here, few days, 2 days before the Christmas, there was also a terrorist attack in Germany, where somebody, one ex, a Saudi who has been living here, a medical doctor. rammed his car into a Christmas market and killed 5 people. A medical doctor, a Saudi who came here for political asylum. This man is not a refrain. It's not a miscreant, but a educated, psychiatric doctor. He ran into people just because of hate. So this thing is all over the world. I'm sorry to say it's all over the world. And do you know that even yesterday, in German parliamentary, they even mentioned last year attack on Christmas Eve in Nigeria. They mentioned it. And they mentioned the one day before yesterday. But look, this thing that is happening in Nigeria, people don't know the effect of it. People don't. Do you think it's only in Nigeria you will hear it? People know what is happening in Nigeria. People know that Nigeria is not safe for anybody. I'm telling you. And what baffles me, the way the Nigerian government takes it so light, as if that nothing happened. My sister, many people died during the stampede in Anambra, in Oyo State, in Abuja. Our president never visited those crime, those incident sites. He never visited there. That means these people, they are out of touch. They don't care about you and me. Imagine 70 people or 70-something people dying here in Germany, and the German chancellor is not there. It's not there. It can never happen. And then, lastly, Asani Dokupo is boasting how he's dealing with IPOBC and collaborating with the Nigerian army, fighting in Idato and Okigwe. Why not this man go to Benue State and save Benue people? If he has that power and the food and men, why not they draft this man? Why not Asari Dokubo leave Igbo people alone? Why not the military carry him to Benue State, to Plateau State, to Sokoto, and let him fight these people? Why is he killing his own people? Because he also said that his grandfather is Igbo. Why are they using him to kill his own people? Because now he has come. It's no more allegation. He has come and said that he's the one fighting Igbo people in their land. Why not they use this man to fight people who are killing Benue people, Plateau people, Taraba people? Finally, Jukun militia. Do you know Jukun? That's where T.Y. Danjuma. T.Y. Danjuma. He's a Jukun man. And now he's also, last time he told his people to arm themselves because the military is not neutral. They collude. Now you have Jukun militia, right? Everywhere, Nigeria, everybody should now, defend. Self-defense is no crime anyway. People should defend themselves because government has fed them. Good night from here.
Thank you so much. Good night.
And that is a very dangerous move, Precious. When people begin to arm themselves now to defend, do you know what will happen? I've been saying it here so that nobody will come to border and say, how did Nigeria get to this level? They will say it too.
All right. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening. Mr. Valentin, greet you, Barrister.
Well done, my brother.
I honor you this evening. Good evening, sir.
Well done, my brother.
I don't know when our nation will give you rest. I don't know when our nation will be your heart. I don't know. Likewise, my dear sister, they are precious. Because this is too pathetic. I don't really know. This issue of Lakurawas, DSS can never deny that they have never gotten any information from them. Even when they were about to enter Nigeria, DSS, they can never deny about this. Even when the running Boko Haram, we are running. Lakurawas, we are around. Rather, there was how they arrange the issues and give them the border where they will exercise their rights according to what they say is their right. But today, look at where we are with Lakurawas. In fact, to me, I will buy one chicken from Ajibo and go and give to the Niger Republic General for loving Nigeria and dispersing such information to us so that we can know where we are. Our dear president is not doing us good because where he is liaising himself with the France, I don't know where we are heading in future. Everything about this information is on their own table. They know. They block their ears, and we don't want to say any other thing pertaining to this. I keep on mentioning, we can bring down terrorists. We can fight this battle without arms and ammunition, with intelligence, and with whatever we are able to them on the table. But anything concerning security, we don't mention it so much concerning to the masses to hear about it that they don't want to take heed of it. I pray for Nigeria and I wish for Nigeria at the same time. Good night.
Thank you so much. All right. Oops, phone lines are open 0700 903 903 903. Apologies, so my phone lines are just acting up anyhow. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello?
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. So what's your name? Where are you calling from?
There is Emmanuel from Ogun State.
Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
My
brother. Aqua Agwand. Green snake. Agwand.
What I have to know is that there is nothing they can deny about this. These terrorists they are talking about, are they spirits or human beings? And our military, are they human beings or spirits? So all this ammunition and everything they are using, who are those for all those things? Now, when you look at those guys them inside the bush, they are called the terrorists. They look like people that eating money. If people have people eating the money, they're using Nigeria money. Yes or no? Doing a lot of things. Now, if they are denying, all this is they are denying, let us know that there is nothing forever. There is a level in which we come to buy the owner. So let us be going. Let them keep on hiding it. My tears is that innocent people that is dying. But one day we must surely get to the amount of the sponsor of the flow. Let them keep on denying that they are not, are involved or this or that. The names of the people they called before that, sponsored it, had they bring out the name to show Nigerians?
They will not.
So God Almighty will surely expose every hidden thing in this nation. Only but one day. Here for everybody. We are going to be alive to see when the Messiah of this nation will come. God bless us.
Thank you, and God bless you too. Sir.
Please, can you tell me the wisdom behind setting up a cattle ranch in Imo State? They say one of the state that was the state Buhari says the dot in a circle. The land in the whole of the north is not enough. You want to go and create another problem there. If that thing will benefit the Igbo man, will they bring it there? Pressure, will they bring such a thing there? You know very well that these people, they are never good neighbors. They have never been good neighbors. From their DNA, they have never been good neighbors. The moment they go there now, problem will start. Why not leave them in an environment where they can relate with their kids and kin? You want to go and create another problem there? You want to do cattle ranching? If it is something that will benefit the, will you bring it there? Will you? You will not. You can see how this government will deliberately create problem where there is every time they will be stoking problem. They started from Sharia court, it did not work. They cancelled it. Everything that will cause problem, that's what this government is thinking about.
So Darlington, the government is not responsible for all of
what
this.
Are you? Where were they? What they are not responsible? You mean was that the one that set up cattle ranch? And it had to be in Imo State. If they do it there, whenever I need cattle, I go and buy it from there. What is wrong there? No, this is what they will send to Imo State, Abi. President, this is what they will send to us in Imo State. And the one is that part of the federal presence. Cattle, and you know very well that there must be problem because there is no grazing field over there. There is no land for them to graze their cattle. So How will they survive? How will they survive with natives, indigenous of that state without problem? But look at the vast land in the whole of the north. From Niger State to Kano, to all those places. They cannot do that in over there. It has to be in Imo State. Is that not a problem? No, deliberately created though. Because there's nothing you will do. They will always cause problem wherever they go. They will cause problem.
Good evening, please, and welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is you calling from Abo, the state.
You're welcome, UJ. How are you?
Fine.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
I greet you, Precious.
I greet you too, my brother.
I'm happy to see your face.
You don't go snoop. You don't go snoop my face on YouTube, Abby.
How you doing?
Thank you. You're welcome.
I see your face now. Very beautiful.
I did not see my own face too, Abby.
But I see your face. You are a handsome man. There's no doubt about it.
But it's Darlington. Say the reason. Oh God! You guys should go to YouTube and watch Barrister Darlington.
For you that Nigerian government will not give you high blood pressure. Any high blood pressure that will come to you, we return it back to them in Jesus' name.
You don't come. Don't insult government or insult government officials.
He said them. He didn't call anybody.
Are you sure?
I'm not talking of government. I said them.
Them.
Yes, said them. Even with his and wizard.
Allow us to air our view. This Boko Haram has come to stay.
God forbid.
Terrorism and the kidnapping. Boko Haram has come to stay.
God forbid.
You see, the issue, this one is not God forbid issue. But this time last year, I was in charge from Meduguri to Cameroon to Chad. Before I came back, on my way, I saw Boko Haram face to face. Do you believe that Boko Haram, they are wearing the same cloth with paramilitary? You cannot differentiate Boko Haram with the military.
I'm telling you.
The agenda, like Barrister Darlington has been saying, the agenda of these things have never been reviewed to many.
They are doing it gradually.
So the issue is this. We know the plan. The Igbos know the plan of the agenda of these people. But many people are not understanding what they are up to. Yeah, and as we keep quiet like this, the government will not do anything about this. Because government themselves and the military, our military has been compromised with the Boko Haram. So there is nothing we can do. We are not safe with military even. As long as Nigeria is concerned, we don't have military for now.
We have. It's okay, honorable. It's okay. Thank you. I'll let you go. I have to let you go, but let me go to my WhatsApp. I have calls, messages. Let me begin with the messages because there's so many. Compliments concerning the France military base. Anything Nigerian government comes out to debunk, if you check well, there's always some iota of truth in it. Idowu Henry from Ojo, Lagos sent in that. And this is the biggest economy isn't Europe. In Europe is Luxembourg, not Germany.
How's the population?
Season greetings, longest time. But please, what happened to Facebook page? I'm not seeing you people online anymore. Oh, go check it out. I'm sure you see it. Good evening, Precious.
Luxembourg is too small.
Good evening, Precious, Sister Precious, and Barrister Darlington. My Oga Darlington, more grease to your elbow. Precious, please. I may die for hungry with my children. We don't have food. Oga, you should stop these things you people are doing now. I have sent. Oh yeah, Paulinus, only you now send your account number. Only you, Paulinus from Isolo. I didn't say 55 million people.
Precious.
Only Paulinus send account number. Let me find you smart thing.
Okay. Don't worry.
People should leave me now. People should leave me.
Okay, don't worry. Only Paulinus have you.
Only Paulinus. Good evening, Precious. This is serious allegation. Okay, let's say. All right. This is serious allegation, no. If you see the trajectory of the government, you would not want to believe the junta. You would want to believe the junta. Because whenever they say no, take it as yes. E.g., when they first denied the yachts and buying of private jets. Did the truth not come out? If they say they are not increasing tax, what usually happens next? Olisa from Agbojo sent in that message. John from Ijaniki says, on the issue of stampede, it was because Tinubu said, he says, John from Ijaniki says, he just said exactly what you told us because I understand Hausa language. He helped me interpret. So exactly what I read out from the newspaper was what he told. Oh, wow.
And the government can you imagine, pressure? That's a government to a government. In the international diplomacy, this is a very serious matter. Do you know if we are now labeled as a terrorist state? Precious.
Sir?
Is that you're not hearing me? Oh?
I can hear you. It's not like I'm going abroad for ear treatments.
The one we are in already, we are trying to clean our image, and you are adding more debt to our body, to our image. How do you come out of it? Who did this to us? Is it those witches and wizards who talked last time?
Barrister Darlington, let me go back to my messages there. We'll get back to your witches. Sorry, the witches. Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington, and the man of goodwill, Barrister Darlington. The fact remains that terrorism in Nigeria is not an unbelievable matter. Is that what you're trying to say? You said, is Nigerian government... Okay, terrorism in Nigeria is not ordinary. It's unbelievable, but for over a decade, terrorism has been the primary issue in Nigeria. It is clear or no longer a rumor that Nigerian government is may be working in unison with the terrorists ravaging Nigeria. That's your opinion. To make terrorism strong in Nigeria is one of the main reasons why Nigerian freedom fighters such as Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. If my allegation claims are not true, let someone give the world a reason why Nigerian government would not defeat those idiots called terrorists.
I'm telling you.
Call Boko Haram, call Lakurawas. For over 10 years, what is the main reason why they can't defeat them? Again, from Agege sent in that message. Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Solomon from Asika. Asika from Mushi says, please, can anyone decode what's really going on? And what are the signs and meanings to what's really happening going on? Who's going to bail the cats? Hope we don't wake up and don't have a country to call our own. God help us. That's what you said. Charles from Lagos says, it's so annoying to hear how terrorists are having a field day in Nigeria. President Buhari brought in terrorists, and now this present government have brought in Lakurawas. Hey, calm down. It is high time other ECOWAS countries pulled out so that Nigeria would stand alone. Maybe that is when Nigeria would now have sense and realize their mistakes and do the needful. Happy Boxing Day with Barrister Darlington. You see, our government and federal securities are not telling us the truth. What Niger head of state is saying is mere truth. But our government should look before he leaves in order not to add more trouble to the one we are already nursing. I'm Engineer Olasun Kome Adeoye from Lasso, Ijesha today. Julius from Isola says, compliments of the season. We were told in the media chat that all obligations of the government were met without recourse to the finance of the NNPC. And nobody among the chatting journalists were able to ask a follow-up question of how he did so. So let's keep guessing how the fund or how they funded those obligations. That's what he said. And Amechi from Mafaluku says, no serious nation wants to play hanky-panky with terrorism.
I'm telling you.
The most successful nation in the Middle East are UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, etc. They don't want to hear
terrorists. Now hanging. He's hanging.
Even Egypt is fighting terrorists with full force. You won't hear anything from George Akume and other APC Benue politicians about Benue killings. But when APC is in threat, you will hear verbal fights from them. May God save our land. That's what you said, Amechi. And good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Momo from Jakonde Estate says, with respect to insecurity in Nigeria, the government of and some northern elites are strongly advised to do the needful because it may look like they're involved. Also, the Buhari route was a grave mistake in our journey as a nation. If we don't follow that road, okay. He says, Precious and Mazi, Barrister Darlington, Merry Christmas. Thank you. I challenge the military if they have intelligence, or why was Junkun militias successful in the Benue State massacre on Christmas Day? May them tell us. Nigerians, please be prepared for battles in 2025 because we have jokers. Prince Kato from Pikato sent in that. I have been saying that human lives don't matter to Buhari and this government. And people don't believe me. I be Leo from Lagos sent in that. And Tony from Odogunyon says, Precious, as a psychologist, where the bomb has some mineral resources there, and they just want that place to be deserted, and they would mine whatever they have. Nigerian government to bomb somewhere so that people will mine. I don't understand it. And check out ever since new government have been coming in. If you notice, all terrorists have changed their name. That is to tell you they know them. I don't understand you. Gibson from Coca says, Precious, don't try to get me angry, you know. Why do you allow people who refuse to obey simple instruction by damaging our ears? Oh, it's not my fault. You should stop begging people to off their radio when they call. What other presenters do is ask the person to off his or her radio and call back. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, those defending what Nigerian government is doing because of the evil of Nigeria have not started affecting them, because when it start to affect them, they go know truth, talk truth by force. Merry Christmas, dear Precious. What did I miss? You missed a lot. Sam from United States. Sammy, you missed a lot. Barrister Darlington, thank you for your direct, sincere analysis. Precious, we cannot continue like this as a country where the government has consistently used the state apparatus against our people, because that's what it looks like. The military killing civilians always has to stop. It's sad. This is not the first, nor the second or third time this is happening. Second. Okay. Precious and Barrister Darlington, backwoods Nigeria junta government is now more credible than democratic government in Nigeria. Please always think before you make assertions. Why are you guys like this now? Auntie Precious, good evening, my beautiful sister, and good evening. And came from Sri. Precious, I just want to bless God for your life. Please keep your good work, because God will reward you immensely. I sent Mrs. Ijoma Aguilo account number, and you put laughter in her mouth. Thank you. I'm glad that she's happy. You will never miss your reward in Jesus' name. Amen. Lórúkọ Jésù. Where the bell? Ring her for me. Thank you very much. And then you went on to say, Nigerian matter, don't tire me. Oga Darlington, keep your good work too. God will protect you and all, and VOP family at large. Amen. In Jesus' name. I'm trying to call, but I'm not connecting. Neka from Sierra Leone. Neka, apologies. And then this here says, Merry Christmas to my amiable Barrister Darlington and Precious. Buhari has... Hey, Barrister Darlington, there's something he said. I can't read it. Say somebody sells something and say country. Okay. He said, Precious, I do not expect you to read out my comments. You know. Flesh and blood did not reveal it to you. Remain blessed. You too. Remain blessed.
But the Precious.
Grandma from Oshodi, God bless you too.
Is it not looking like that? Is it not looking like that?
But I didn't read anything. Did you hear what I read?
I said it's looking like that.
I did not read anything, Barrister Darlington. Me, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go back to my phone call. I think I need to take a break and swallow this. Like, good evening. You people have started, though. Turn off the volume of your radio, please. Welcome. Okay. Let me just go back to my calls. I beg. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Precious.
Sir.
Merry Christmas, Papa. How are you?
Merry Christmas, Joval. How are you?
Barrister Darlington will always spot me out.
You had it before.
Barrister Darlington.
Jova, talk quick. I have someone else on hold. Precious,
so
you have to finish with Jova.
Precious.
I'll lush you.
Don't threaten me.
I'm lushing you.
Don't threaten me.
I'm threatening you.
You know why you should not threatening me or threaten me is because I told you I've closed my shop. And I'm opening my shop because Barrister Darlington is in the studio today. Promise, happy Christmas. Hey, that's why I'm opening this shop. Small. Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
I think Father Alia of Benue, he should resign.
I'm telling you, even as a reverend father.
I am disappointed that after all the money training that the church gave him, he could not protect his people at all. Or Tom did better than him. Or
even do something better.
He should resign. Father Alia, you are hearing me. Resign. You are not doing well. How could it be a bloody Christmas on a day, 25th? Again, that takes me to the president, Precious.
They said
APC
was not
to the
good.
president. the president, you are not protecting Nigerians. How could it be that a headline is cast that read, arms headmen? That should be armed terrorists. What is arms headmen?
I'm telling you.
They should all be arrested. Precious, before I leave, because I told you I'm opening my shop small. I was able to pass through Bodilon before I closed my shop last week. Precious, mammoth crowd waiting for this president.
I talked about it yesterday. Now you came late to church yesterday.
Precious, I said I closed my shop now. I didn't listen to yesterday. Precious, do you know that's a sign that the government failed? If we could have people like that, yes. The time they spent waiting for the whatever they want to get from the president.
They came the night before.
How could people be queuing up for food? You don't need that. Empower everybody so that people can buy food at a very cheap price. If there's anything that should be subsidized,
but Joval,
it shouldn't be.
Joval, the president said that he's been doing this over the years.
Was it like this? Was it like
that?
This?
Was Precious. That was before he became president.
Yeah,
I could cut him a slack. He is now the president of. Let me say, before he became a president, he was doing it. He could be accusing Muhammad Buhari, his predecessor, for not doing well. For that reason, he has to do something to hold that side. But
all right.
Jonathan. But now he's the president.
I have to let you go.
Precious, wait. Precious, I want to go.
Oh, yeah, go.
As the president of Nigeria, this thing shouldn't be happening. It's a sign that he's failing. He should make, instead of giving people, what is it called, a subsidy on transportation going to village for Christmas and all of that, he should give subsidy on food items so that people can buy it. Precious, I close my shop.
Wisdom no go kill you.
Merry Christmas.
Wisdom we don't want you. Thank you.
Stop it. I love it. I like it. I hate it. Stop it.
Bye, Jova. Hello, good evening. Apologies for putting you on hold for a while. Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. Good evening, Precious. This is Fabulous. I'm calling from Thailand.
Fabulous. You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to extend my greetings to the barrister in the building. He's doing great.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Precious, sir? There is a big problem. In Nigeria. And the more problem is that you people in Nigeria, you guys don't know what is happening. Most people don't know what is happening. We here outside are seeing it, and we are feeling it. We here, most of us want to come back to Nigeria, but we cannot go back to Nigeria because of what is happening. We are scared. Most of us are scared. We really want to come back. Many of us has booked tickets, but every day bad news continue coming up. Okay, why would they present Eye of Needle for you and you decided to go there? It's not possible. The things are happening in Nigeria. And okay, now look at this Lakurawas or whatever. Look at what Niger president is talking about. This government has now came out again now and still go and talking what they keep saying. Whenever the news come up, they will just...
Thank you. I have someone else on hold, so let me let you go. You've made your point.
Please, Nigeria should wake up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello. Good evening. Hello? Yes. Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome. Nika from Surulere, right?
Yes, ma.
I rigged the election for you now. Yeah. You say you've been trying to reach us. Oh, yeah. Talk your
Thank you very much. God.
That prayer network will not let me receive it. My barrister Darlington, did you call on the people to this conversation? The last time you mentioned witches and wizards. Go back to what you said before. We lost you because the network was bad.
Hello.
Like I think her network was it's really bad. All right, Nick, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I wanted to, you tried to reach us and I appreciate you. Okay, so going back to my messages, yeah. Dayo, if this is you, Dayo, you've called before. Don't call us back. Good evening, beautiful, precious, and barrister Darlington. Please, what's wrong did Benue State do? They always targeted by terrorists. Our president is afraid of the country's persistence, especially country's presidents, especially America. He hardly takes talks outside Nigeria. His power and authority is only limited to this country. That's why are you saying this now? Oinoli sent in that. And this here says, greetings, Precious and Bryce Darlington. I'm calling in from North Korea with a heartfelt question. Can we ever hear good news from Nigeria? Yes, now. Is it possible for me to tune in my radio and hear a positive story about your beloved country? That's my humble contribution to tonight's discussion. I long to hear uplifting views that will bring hope and joy to Nigeria as we celebrate the season. That's what you said. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes. This says, my today topic is more hunger and unity, and only thing that will unite and strengthen Nigeria to stand up and fight for their rights. Are you cursing Nigerians? It is clear that the Bible said when the righteous is, well, I see where you're going to and appreciate you. Well done, but I can't read that. Just a few days ago, some of our bosses sent a voice note to a platform stating that efforts of this administration, among them are appraisal of the president introducing the foreign military personnel to fight terrorism. This proves it that the intent of advent of foreign military is correct and true. You mean? She further encouraged us that the youth understand that the northern leaders are the one downtroding the country because the business of... I don't understand what you're saying. She assured the president is doing great underneath. He is setting in ministers that are removing the strength of the some cabal powers. Well, you said a lot. I appreciate you. This message is quite lengthy. I can't read all of it. Nze Akam Richard Emeka from Ikeja says, when General T.Y. Danjuma, the man who is the know of Nigerian military capabilities, told us that Nigerians should defend themselves because the Nigerian military cannot defend us, and Nigerians believe their rhetoric are capable of, but here we are now. Right? I see. Good evening, Precious and Bryce Darlington. God will surely protect you people and bless you for standing on the truth. I have said it before and I'm going to say it again. Nigerians need to go into prayers with one mind. There are so many things we are not seeing that is coming. God will disgrace all the bad people. Abi? Amen. Okay. Precious, my beautiful sister, Happy New Year to you. CY and Barrister Darlington, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you so much. And Happy New Year. We'll never reach now. We'll see the OD, 24 hours is a long time. Comrade Godfrey from Surulere says, Barrister Darlington, did I hear you demand to Tinubu to sue US for tagging him the CIA agent?
Exactly.
Is it the same Tinubu that never dared to sue Atiku Abubakar on all the denting and incriminating revelations he made against him on his certificate and other records from the same USA? Now, wow. Okay. Compliments of the season. My name is Lobito from Isheri Oshun. Last time I asked you people that how many witches and wizards welcome Tinubu at Asorok, and you did. Barrister Darlington, maybe they count them.
I'll give you the
now you be the count them, Barrister Darlington.
300. 300.
My name is AA from Lagos. Your guest is just making noise. How can he claim issues without investigation? He should stop deceiving people. Good evening, Precious. I beg, arrange 3 bottles of trophy for Barrister Darlington. The man don't try. John Mark, innocent. Barrister Darlington, they say make you arrange 3 bottles of trophy for yourself.
Please add the champagne.
For yourself. For yourself. Go and replenish, Chandor. Go and replenish.
Yes.
Okay. This says the federal government should throw caution to the shouldn't throw caution to the wind when negotiating on behalf of the entire country without seeking for the citizens' opinion. As such, would jeopardize Nigeria's economy to the advantage of only the greedy few individuals, and the ripple effect will finally consume a lot of people in the country. Please, okay, all right. This here says, every day on every show, Mr. Polinos from Isolo, they send same message. In as much as there is hardship out there, people shouldn't turn the radio station into something else.
You don't collect the tire. No, his own is a special case. So the man is an amputee. He has accident and he's not working. So,
he was one of those. I think he's one of those I reached out to my during my birthday last year when I was giving my, doing my reach out last year.
I mean, from the man's condition, no matter what you give him,
it can't be too much, and that's why I asked him to send his account details.
Please.
All right. He said there is a big land in Sokoto State. Oh, you're interpreting what the man said. Let me go and check it out. He said there's a big land in Sokoto State where France and some forces in order to establish a terrorist camp or base where they can attack both Nigeria and Niger for them to continue mining the mass mineral resources that is in between the two countries. And he believes, going by the relationship between Nigeria and Niger, such evil plans is not supposed to be true of what he heard. And they are fully prepared to defend their territory against any foreign allies. These are the few words I heard. Zek from Ogun State. That is the words of Niger military head of state. Good evening. Thank you for your interpretation.
The man that said that we are doing, am I the military junta in Niger that said what we are interpreting and analyzing here? I don't like, you see, I like it when you oppose me, but please add wisdom to it so that you can embarrass me. Don't just come here and say the man is, am I the one that brought out the news? We're only doing analysis and implication so that posterity will judge us tomorrow. Because most people, when they do things, they don't know the implication until it starts happening. Most of the things we are hearing today, when they committed all these offenses many years ago, they never knew that it would come to light today. Precious, true of us. No, true of us. When somebody went to go and bring a certificate from a school that was never established, the school was never in existence, what was he thinking? Did he ever thought that in 2023 somebody will bring it out? That's what we are telling you here. You learn from what happened to others now.
All right. Usman from Oshodi says Steve White and Junko militias are all in Taraba State. Taraba is a neighboring state to Benue State. Yeah. Good evening, Precious. Tinubu government is government, and they are Martins from Okomaiko. That's in where you write. If you can't carry your mouth, read them all because I cannot lead it. I can't lead. Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Compliments of the season to you too. I urge Nigerian government not to spare Nigeria if their territorial integrity is breached by Niger. Okay, not to spare. To be frank, I am sad. This year has been the toughest of my life. My dear Tosin Williams, it is the toughest of our lives. The toughest of our lives. CC from Lagos, it was easy for the government to find. You know, Barrister Darlington, it's interesting how last year, my birthday, annual 1st of January birthday give out, I intended to reach out to about 50 people. And I ended up I think about 100, 150 was that I announced. I ended up reaching out to over 250 people, right? Because I could afford it. But I said, Darlington,
this year,
I'm not sure I go reach 50.
You won't take that risk.
I can't. And it hurts me because guess what? More people actually need it this year. So if there was any year that I would have actually reached out to more people, it would have been this year instead of last year. Because but unfortunately, I don't have that capacity anymore.
That last year, how much was the bag of rice?
It was 80-something thousand. 70-something, 80-something thousand.
Today now it's over 100.
It's over 100,000.
So you can see things are looking up.
Cici from Lagos says it was easy for government to find Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, but to the fact remains the terrorists are planning to heart of Nigeria and they are not looking for them. God help us. Precious, good evening. I see you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, but you've talked to me now. Precious, good evening. Paul from Moshi. This nation is heading to. Okay. God do not allow this evil to be happening. Oh, thank you so much. Mazi Uzichiku made above write up. He says, backwards Nigeria junta government. Okay, I think I took that message. You say your name is Mazi Uzichiku. Happy Boxing Day to you guys. May God bless your muzzles, Barrister Prepre. Much love. Namdi is my name from Ojota. And this says, I've been trying to reach you, Precious, and your number is not connecting. It is not me, It is not me. The number is here. I am here. We're together, but I don't know why. I'm sorry.
There is a stampede on the number.
Sometimes when I hear things about the country, I really don't know if I want what to do. I weep for this country, Nigeria. Henry from Ikoto, please, Madam Precious, kindly reach out to my dear brother. Nothing day again, Should be day here so they complain. Again, why didn't the police condemn Tinubu for sharing money and food items at his Bodyland house? No, people didn't die. There's no stampede. And yet, the president mentioned it himself that if you don't have enough, don't share. That he's been doing this and there hasn't been any case of stampede. A very good evening to you, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Compliments of the season and keep up the good work. I know you don't ask me to send account number, my dear brother. No go finish that message, Okay. This says, good evening, precious. I asked for your phone number. You ignore. I pray for you and Presido, my daughter's name sake. God Almighty, through Christ, will continue to protect you, my daughter's name sake. And barrister in Jesus' name. Prophet Austin Chooks from Alagbado Ijaye. Thank you. Amen to your prayers. Thank you so much.
Have you ever heard in the history of the world that an American president called American youth or children or there to come and collect palliative from his house in the White House? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
We copy bad things. For Tinubu now, he's doing good. He's doing good. I should clap for him. I will not. I will not.
But incidentally, somebody is setting me up here. Say, Prep, the way you talk, I beg this year not talk for you, Joe. Tell APC or Wiki to supply you bags of rice to share for people. You see?
God, tell them now. The one that Tinubu said is a gold mine.
Oh, okay. I see you, Enki. I didn't know you're the one. Thank you. All right, please note this message, precious. You said, Barrister Darlington, I did hear you demand for Tinubu to sue US. Okay. What message?
Let him yes. Because they have accused him of so many things now. They started releasing report to hear, doctoring it. Now CIA agent. Is it not supposed to at least to free so that our mind will be at rest? Do you know what it means? A whole country. Precious. When it was rumored that Russia interfered in Donald Trump's election during his, do you see what happened in America? That was part of the thing that we are accusing Donald Trump of. That interfering in an election, no. Not to talk of to hear that an American president is a KGB. God Almighty. KGB active agent, an American president. In fact, that would be a dark day in America.
All right, so I'll go to YouTube now where I have quite a lot of reactions, but I'll just mention your names very quickly and run on longer. Ibo Chimara says, good evening, precious. Barrister Darlington. Adeboye Florence Adewale says, good evening, precious. And Barrister Darlington, compliments on the season to you and family. Stay blessed and Happy New Year in advance. Thank you. Grace Line TV says, Merry Christmas, precious. And Barrister Darlington, please try and study what France did in Ivory Coast against Laurent Gbagbo.
Yes, when the man won an election, exactly
what France is capable of doing on this alleged report. Lawson Amadi says, I love how precious answer. Oh, thank you. And Du Bois Sefa says, the real story about insecurity in Nigeria since 2011 shall be told one day.
I'm telling you.
And Nath Eze says, APC perhaps is not serious to serious that still exposed. X Million says, my people, he said what? Okay. Adifoye or Lassen Commission's precious. You will loan me your eyeglasses one day. I better come and collect it. Just that I cannot read messages again if you collect it. Mamadou Eugene says, my phone number to call, please. The phone number is already displayed on the screen. Obed Oji says, Queen Precious, wish I could come to knock at your door. I bet you should go and rest, eh? All right. You said, Barrister Darlington, you have said it all. No more, no less. The truth and nothing but the truth. The government allowed the kidnappers and other similar acts to be lucrative business in Nigeria. If not, they will decimate them. They will scatter them. Tony says, Abati and... I don't understand. Michael Obadi says, now he has known that Asari Dokubo and his men and Nigeria is cursing it. And Lawson Amadi says, the cattle ranching in Imo State, the settlers will be given IPOB treatment. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we return, we'll have Barrister Darlington take his part in short. After the break, Lagos, stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
The Fidelity Get Alert in Millions promo is back. Game 6 is here with 159 million naira up for grabs. Here's your chance to become a millionaire. To qualify, save 5,000 naira and make use of our e-channels, mobile app, *770# or debit card. Stand a chance to win 1 million naira in the monthly draw and 2 million, 5 million or 10 million naira in the grand draw. For every 5,000 naira you save and the more you transact, the bigger your chances. The Fidelity Game 6 promo. Open to new and existing customers. Terms and conditions apply.
We are Fidelity. We keep our word.
This promo runs from now till August 20th, 2025 and is approved by the National Lottery Commission and the FCCPC.
There are moments to live, create and make believe. If it ain't graceful like royalty, trust your gut, it's not regal. Feel it flowing through, taste so good, so you let go and let your spirit thrill your senses. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe. We on some chilling things. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a new experience. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. So smooth and rich. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe.
Introducing Regal Deluxe Gin, a new taste for an enjoyable drinking experience. Drink responsibly. Regal, a natural gin crafted for your experiences.
Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink
There are
responsibly.
moments to live, create and make believe. If it ain't graceful like royalty, trust your gut, it's not regal. Feel it flowing through, taste so good, so you let go and let your spirit thrill your senses. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe. We on some chilling things. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a new experience. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. So smooth and rich. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe.
Introducing Regal Deluxe Gin, a new taste for an enjoyable drinking experience. Drink responsibly. Regal, a natural gin crafted for your experiences.
Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Lagos, Nigeria, welcome back. 90.3 Voice of the People FM, Barrister Darlington. I'd like to take your part in shirts. I just, so you know, been looking at the accusation by Niger military junta leader about Nigeria helping France by sponsoring or supporting the Lakurawas terrorist group. That's basically. And then the federal government has also denied that. Barrister Darlington, your parting shot.
Yeah, before my parting shot, I want to say something. There was a day somebody accused me of not doing anything about NEPA that disconnected me.
Hey, you made me forget all this while.
So I want to use this opportunity to tell that guy that I've done something. Maybe you can post it. After I stormed their place and if you made my presence felt there, the marketer in charge of my place, in fact, I told them I'm taking her to court. So last week, they sent a message, whether it is for me or for many other people. I thank God, but it came. That's why I'm sharing this information to you. As I talk to you today, the federal government have told you, go to your nearest undertaking, go and register for prepaid meter. Go and register for prepaid meter.
And you get the meter for free without paying for it?
I am coming now. When you register, it is for free. Oh, the meter is free. That is the message they sent to me. That's the message they sent to me. I'm telling you now, that man that was accusing me wrongly, and that I'm not doing anything, the meter is free now. Prepaid meter is free. Nigerians, to go to your nearest undertaking, go and register, or you go to that pressure, you post that in the www.
Okay, all right. So let me read the message you got. The message reads, dear esteemed customer, the federal government has launched the Meter Acquisition Fund MAF scheme to provide free prepaid meters, for customers on Band A feeders. We are pleased to inform you that you have been selected to receive a free prepaid meter under this scheme. To proceed, please complete your KYC, that is know your customer registration, by visiting even though you do free advert for them now, smartkyc.ikejaelectric.com. Thank you for following us, for helping us, allowing us to serve you.
Yes, better. So forget the Band A they are talking about. Everybody's in Band A now. Go and get it so that at least the excessive bill will stop.
Okay.
Go and get it. So we have already achieved that. If it's something that federal government can do for us this year, go and register for free prepaid meter.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Lagos, that's the size of our package, and so apologies will run way ahead of our time. Barrister Darlington, we've spent 7 minutes more than our time. Barrister Darlington.
Let me say this, please. President Tinubu, never you allow what we are hearing to happen, though, because the Western world will never be your friend. They will only use you and dump you. Go and ask Mobutu Sese Seko. Go and ask them. All these French colony, go and ask them what they did with their leaders.
All right, thank you.
So don't allow it to. Don't allow it because it will affect everybody.
Thank you, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for everyone who's been part of the show. I appreciate you guys. You guys know I love you. I love you to the moon and back, right? I love you guys, scatter. Whatever happens, please protect your mental health. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Have yourself a good night rest.